right, and we should be live. Holy moly, give me a second. There we go. There we go. Before we do start though, I will quickly run to the fridge because I need some something to cold to drink. It's a warm day and it's a new life for me. Now, before we actually begin today, I had noticed something that we haven't seen for a little while, which is deaths to the death ledger. Because I usually check this before starting stream every day, and here we have a very, very sad death to a Ravager. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. Actually, I think it's the first time that a death ledger I've seen one. A Ravager had gone through his portal during a raid, and it had killed him within a very short amount of time. So we add in the first Ravager kill. That's a rough one, buddy. Besides that, we have one more death actually. This guy here. We don't want to give him a reward for dying. A random enemy attacked him while he was up mining glowstone. So, and it... I'm unsure whether it knocked him off the portal, but we'll just give it to an Enderman. Surprisingly, it's the first Enderman kill we've seen too, which is actually quite a lot, I think. But anyway, surprising that it took that long for us to see a kill from the Enderman. At least I feel like Endermen are super dangerous, but I suppose most people respect them, and since you do need to look at them in order for them to wanna wreck your ass. It's sort of unlikely that you die to them unexpectedly. We're just gonna head in here. Hey, gaming guy. Nah, it's alright. You don't need to call me God. Joe will do just fine. Joe will do just fine. No. No way, dude. What have you been doing all day, dude? If you only just woke up, Jesus. Let's chuck the extras in here. And fly back over here. With the hopes that restarting Minecraft simply fix this over here. I'm pretty good. Yesterday, I think, at least I hope, I fixed this here. Oh, wait, hold on. There are no chests on the back of that. So let's just go grab those. That seems like an important little bit there. Grab a few. Okay, something is clearly affecting my world in some manner. Hmm. Hmm. This is so odd. And I don't quite know what it is that's affecting me like this, but... Okay, let's just... Yeah, okay, good. Hmm. I have a bad feeling about what could possibly be messing us up here, but... I gotta check it out before... Like, I gotta be, gotta check it out safely. Okay. The fact that this is taking so long worries me so much. Ah, that crashed the game. Okay. I know what's wrong now, if nothing else. Okay, so what has happened? Yeah, welcome, Vickle. What clearly has happened here is um, way too many Guardians have somehow. It's just it was a a guy who died in hardcore Bedrock from looking at an Enderman and then being surprised that it hit him off a ledge. Okay, so we're back to here. Okay, fine. I'll go buy some emeralds again then. So I do know what I need to do here in order to make my game run nicely again. Because right now we have an issue. The Guardian farm has plopped out too many Guardians. That's wild. Did it somehow? What's the green thing that shows over the item? Huh? What do you mean? It's a green thing that shows over the item. Well, I honestly don't know what you mean. Alright, so what we need to do here is go through this portal here. And we need to not look in the direction of where the Guardian farm is. Then once we've done that, we're gonna fly the opposite way to make everything despawn in here. Because this is... Yes, I need to go this way. Because we have, we've triggered a few too many, Guardian spawnings here. So we just need to get far, far away from it. Was that far enough? Yes, good. So what happened was essentially my world kept crashing whenever I went to the Nether, which was due to when I worked at the farm over here, adding in the automatic storage here. Too many grouped up in the Nether when I wasn't killing them, which lacked out the Nether part. And that really confused like the tick rates between the worlds, which is why I was lagging so much. But now that has been taken care of. We should start seeing a lot of them come through here. In just a second, a few seconds. Oh, I didn't even see the other one. Where is it? Or at least I think so. Hey, Kiwi. Welcome. Well, in that case, we're gonna go double check this. Which always feels kinda risky, not gonna lie. We're not gonna need our axe in here. But I would love to have more food on us. Oh, first of all, did this sort it out correctly? Alright, I should look down here. Alright, so let's go back through the portal. Actually, let's try and sleep at night here. Because I just can't be bothered dealing with phantoms and not having any food when we're doing something that's about to be risky. I think I know what's wrong with the Guardian farm, but it's just kind of difficult fixing it. But first I need food. I can't like go into war with possibly 1 million Guardians and not have food. My god. This is a sausage fest, if I've ever seen one. I just need you guys to reset your trades, please. Would you look at that? Am I gonna incorporate the dragon egg in a build at some point? I hadn't really considered that, but I probably should, shouldn't I? Alright, see you later, Kiwi. I probably should, shouldn't I? It would be appropriate that if we, or when we do the Int dimension, that we return the act to its rightful spot, I suppose. Shit, pickle. Oh my god. I don't know why. I really don't know why I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. Alright. Give me in foods. Alright, nice. Now we have food for a long while. No, I'll keep it on me. Alright, so what we're likely going to see here is my frame rate drop down to like 9. Yep. And it is because of that up there. So first of all, I'm gonna try and fly away. Far, far away. That should be far enough. Because it is up here the issue stems. Something here is wrong. Okay, good. I think that worked it out. Yeah, I know. I kinda love it too. Okay, I think that should have fixed it. I don't know why it got stuck on the 39 here. Likely because the ticks were just like too much to handle. So now that I fly over here, shortly we should start seeing them come through. Ah, there they came. Wonderful. There we go. What? Oh, whoops. What? I'm doing pretty well. We had a little bit of a sketchy spot here where we had a few more guardians than one would like to have just hanging around. We probably actually want one of these up here somewhere. I might just put it there. And then we can chuck that in there. My god, I haven't sorted through this thing for so long. How are all of you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Could you guys, like, just die? Thank you. So there's a little bit of a build up here, but we'll sort that out fairly quickly. Can I do something smart to this? I don't know. Get rid of that for sure. Let's put the trouble away. Oh, this also doesn't need to be in there. Alright, that gives us a little bit of space in our inventory. Alright, let's double check whether or not this works. As in, this does not work as intended? Why? Is that? Why does that just drain down? Ah, I forgot the redstone torches. Okay. That's fair. So let's just grab the redstone torches. What did I use to make my my banner? Oh, a whole bunch of tools, really. Wait, did I? Damn. I used part of it was Adobe, like they have their video editing software, their photo editing software. I just, like, to be completely honest, I did something I'm actually not really supposed to, and used my company's resources to do it. So it's something I'm really not supposed to do, but whatever. I deserve it. We do have to kill these off fairly often. So yeah, I mean, you are supposed to be that. You are supposed to be this. You are supposed to be these. But of course I don't have enough of this on me. I'll go quickly up and... Can I not get up? Thank you. We really have to kill a lot of of, of these guys, unfortunately. Whoops, in with this. In with this. That should fix that on this side here. So now I'll just drop everything that isn't the crystals from this chest. All the fish can bugger off. We have more fish than ever, for sure. We don't need the pufferfish either. Well, I don't really think I need an autocrafter, but maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. I'm not gonna deny that there's a little bit of a lure into having an autocrafter, but this works. This works. This works. This works. This works, and that works. Well, a few made it through, but that's fine. Okay. So now we can pretty much just murder these guys, knowing that everything will be fine. And we'll just hold a bunch of fish here. Just so I don't pick any of it up. But it does look pretty good, this machine. Now, like the actual machine part, or the thing of this, like we modified this a little bit to our needs. By adding in the automatic storage here. Because I must admit, I absolutely hate like doing, like running around trying to sort them out manually. So now we just need to go hard at this until we have an ungodly amount of crystals, really. It's the prismarine crystals we're low on. Like the rest will easily come. I did some like weak math on it just before starting stream. And I'm like, I hope that I somehow miscalculated something. Because if not, the amount of prismarine lanterns we need is around 35 double chests worth. And I mean, that's 70 shulkers of fucking prismarine. So I think I'll stat out. I think I'll start out by simply just doing the back row, and then we'll see seeing how that goes. A few things also make it down into here, but I suppose that's alright. Mostly fish. I think we'll start today off by being pretty much AFK here for half an hour. So my time until 3:30, and then we'll see how much how many crystals or lanterns we can make. And we'll, besides, like, the offshoot of this is we'll get a bunch of XP. It could also be interesting to see how many Guardians we're gonna kill in half an hour. So, Guardians. So right now we killed 7,772. So we're going like this. Alright. No, because we're underneath something. So they won't spawn. Besides, we did just sleep. Because like I needed to reset the trades and get foods in case that what I had messed up in the farm let the Guardians escape. Like we already did that once yesterday where I linked it up to the wrong portal. So when we went to the nether roof, there was like 200 Guardians just like moping around. Which, I mean, we dealt with it, but that was not a pleasant experience, if you know what I mean. Like, I could definitely have gone without seeing that and feeling that kind of fear. Is it called moans? Isn't it just called flaps? Oh no, it is called moans. Huh. Yeah, that is some really weird phrasing. I wonder, does Guardians like pain? Is that why they have thorns? So whenever they swim into each other, they get some sexual pleasure from it? Is that... Could that be canon? Well, I mean... For sure is a little bit disturbing. Now, we're doing this manually. We can convert this into an automatic farm by simply, like, just pushing some, by having the, have this changed into minecarts, I think. And then just having a lot of minecarts there, but, like, we get more from it by killing them manually, right, so... Pretty much. Well, I can't go fully AFK, so like I have to return here every 15 seconds or so to hit the hit the thing, but... Which means I have plenty of time to sit here and chat a little bit with you guys if you have something you want to chat about and do stuff about. I have all the brain power in the world right now for you guys. How many, like, we had killed 7,772. Like about 9 minutes ago. How many do you think we're gonna have killed by the time we've spent half an hour here murdering these guys? And what level do you think we'll get to? It is pretty funny to look at this, though. Like, to be fair. Like, just how many that come through there. What are all my future plans? Damn. Well, we have the I just gotta get centered here. We have the Viking Snow Nation, a couple of hundred blocks that way, maybe a couple of thousand. Which I'm gonna be working on in sort of a. I'm gonna try and mix Gothic and Viking styles with each other, so it's gonna be sort of a postmodern Viking city, which, like, we're gonna work with big windows, with big wooden constructs, and spruce is gonna be very much like part of the whole field there. And we're gonna work with spruce, blackstone, deep slate, and generally like a fairly dark feel, so it contrasts a lot with the snow and ice, which is gonna be in that general area. We are also... Did I lose 4 subs? Damn. Well, I mean, that happens, I guess, but... Did we dip underneath? Yeah, shame. Well, it is what it is. Hello, Jericho. You could say hello, Jojo. Except, funny. So we have, I'm gonna build that over there. A nation of Vikings, pretty much. Of modern Vikings. Sort of that's kept this style. It's gonna be sort of a rough, very rough building style we're gonna be doing over there. It's gonna feel cold and not very hospitable. Far, far in that direction, we're gonna have a human kingdom. Like just a regular human kingdom. I think it's about 3,000 blocks. In this direction, no, that direction there, we find the desert, which we're gonna have a Egyptian sort of nation over there, major nation, one of the ancient races. I might. I have played RL Craft quite a bit before. I actually played some RL Hardcore once upon a time, though I never really made it past 200 days, so I gave up on it. Though that's years and years ago. And I might try it out, but I must admit I'm still very much in love with my hardcore world here, and welcome here, Brian. And I kind of want to continue playing on it. Hey, Lindy, welcome. You're currently planning on adding questing to the mod pack as sort of a side story. I really like it when there are quests in mod packs. Like, I don't know, it just, like, I think we all at some point reach sort of a slump with Minecraft where you don't really know what it is you want to do. And that sort of solves that, where you could just like, let's do a quest. I kind of like that sort of gameplay. Because a lot of the times it just, like, I love exploring in Minecraft, but there's just so little incentive to do it. Well, I did some rudimentary math on how much prismarine we're gonna need in order to cover the floor over here, and I'm hoping my math is wrong. But for this just once, I actually think my math might be spot on. In order to cover the entirety of the floor here, we're gonna need 35 double chests or 70 shulkers full of prismarine lanterns or sea lanterns. So we're starting the stream off here with a AFK session, or rather a session where I'm just incessantly killing off all of these guardians, which I must admit is kind of a rough outlook on things. But we are getting a bunch of levels, plus our statistics are going to look even cooler when we killed 1,000,000 guardians. I actually always, like, some of the mod packs that I really adored in Minecraft was Botania, which I think was like, I know it's just a really good mod pack, I think. I also used to play a mod pack called Vaults when I was younger. Oh, how many years ago is that? That's like 10 years now. Can that even do it? Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, it's sort of this Technic pack where it focused on like server play and PvP. Um, where you could have targeted missiles and all sorts of stuff. What do you get from a pampered cow? I don't know. What do I get from a pampered cow? Spoiled milk. Ha 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 ha. That one is pretty good. I like that one. What do you call a wolf that or what? Sorry, what do you call a dog that meditates? A werewolf, as in aware, wolf. It's aware of its surroundings. I used that on Tinder last night. It did not go over well. It didn't work as intended. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, it just means that she wasn't the one, right? There's also, I saw this. A couple of days ago, I matched with this girl who was vegan, or is vegan. I presume she still is. Um, and I sent her a pickup line I figured would be funny and appropriate because she was like, "I'm vegan," blah 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 blah. And she was cute looking, and I figured maybe I could like get over the fact that she's vegan if she has a cool personality, right? And I said this joke where I said I was going to try the all almond diet, but that's just nuts. Ba-dum-tsh. And like she didn't think that was funny at all, so I figured, nah, she's probably just one of those vegans that aren't fun to be around. I don't know. Small sword seems kind of funny to me. Like I think that's probably just like a mod pack people get for the funsies. Yeah, I know, I know. It's such a shame. Hmm. Why did the employee at the calendar company get fired? Because he took a day off? No, that wasn't funny. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I have another one here. I'm like scrolling through my phone through my Tinder. I found this girl in her bio. She writes that she's like really into tennis and she plays at a high level. Blah 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 blah. She's fit. She works out. All the good stuff, right? But I don't know. Like I just felt kinda in my mean face. I don't know why, but I sort of looked at it and I was like, okay, I have an idea here. Um, and I wrote this joke where I went, never date a tennis player, because love means nothing to them, right? Because 15 love. Do I have any Alabama jokes in this? Alright, I'm ready here, Ryan. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of them that just died up here. So you can't take your dogs to the park because the dogs keep trying to bite him. Okay. I guess that's what. Yeah, haha, funny. Funny. I think my favorite dad joke of all time is probably the one that goes, um, the three hardest things to say to another person. I'm sorry. I love you. And can you hand me the Voicechat? I don't know. That's Oh wait, you don't have the Joe Mama roll? Hold on. Let's fix. Are you online now? No. Where are you? Hey, what's your new one even called? Ah, little guy. Alright. Can I add it here? Yeah, I can. There we go. Hey, big cheese ball. Welcome. Welcome. Give me a second. 3 more minutes and then we're done with this killing of guardians, I think. Then I can quickly show you what we're working on. You can sort of spot it out there in the distance, but and our actual world is over there somewhere, but we have a very big need for sea lanterns, so my god, we gotten a lot of fish from this. 2 more minutes of guardian murdering. We also had killed 7,772 when we began on this, and it's going to be kind of fun to see how many we've murdered since then. Welcome back, Lindy. And we also got up to a pretty decent level, which is nice. Like, you gotta love having actually a decent amount of levels on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this fish, but I mean, I got more than I could ever need. But again, like if we ever need to tame like a lot of cats, I can always just switch to a sword that doesn't have like if we ever need to breed a lot of cats again, at least I won't have to like stand AFK by a by oh, come up here. And fish anymore, cause damn. Nah, don't worry about it, Lindy. It's important getting some food. And I think we got one more drop of guidance in here, if we're lucky. Ah, we'll take this one more drop. And they're gonna come out in 3, 2, 1. My god, I've gotten this timing down so well now. Well, if you want more subs on the channel, I highly suggest that you recommend me to your mates and remember to like the video. Alright, so let's pop down a crafting table here. Crafting table here. Get rid of the fish. Alright. Can I just break that and then just go? Yeah, I can. Nice. Alright, so let's make a few sea lanterns. As many as we can. I do have to occasionally walk up here and murder these guys while we're down here, but that's okay. More sea lanterns. Whoops. We get so many more shards than we do crystals, which is absolutely insanity. Considering how expensive these are to make. Like, Jesus. Didn't pick up any fish. Nice. Oh, we actually have more than I bargained for. Wait, hold on, so sorry. Well, thank you, Big Cheese. You're gonna get an axolotl in just a second. I do have this this thing where everyone who subs gets an axolotl in my world. So I'll give you your axolotl in just a moment. Alright. Let's get you that axolotl. Okay, so this is my world. We are playing hardcore, of course. It is 2,519 days old. And we've built quite a bit. We transformed the village. There used to be a monument, or no, not a monument, a mansion, woodland mansion over there under the skull. But we sort of bombed that away. We built the mountains, built the skull, the village underneath it. Then we built this village here and the tank behind it, where I planned on putting all my subscribers as axolotls, but it quickly overfilled. So we made the mountain over here as sort of a, like just a large tank for my subscribers. In here is where we have my sea line, all my storage. And over here we have our axolotls. So pick a color. You have pink, pale pink, golden or yellow, brown, green, white or red to choose from. Not sure if I'm a good builder or if I've just been doing it for a while. I think a truly good builder can sort of build anything, and I don't do that. I don't build things. Some things I built very well, some I don't. But you get a red axolotl. Alright. Big cheese ball. Does that look about right? Cheese ball. Cheese ball. It does look about right. Alright, let's get him in his to his new environment here. Whoop. So in here is where we keep all the axolotls, and we do have quite a few now. And welcome to the world, big cheese ball. May you like it. So let me just show you around a little bit. The world started, as I said, 2,519 days ago. And it started right over here, back when we started. This spot right here used to be a mushroom, but we sort of changed it up. So over here we have the fishing part of the fishing district that supplies the village with food. Which turned out quite well. Up here we have the mountain, of course. Underneath it we have sort of where we keep all of our animals. We have a few of everything. I think in here we have the sniffers, sheep, a couple of skeleton horses wandering around. Up here we have the the marketplace where we buy our golden carrots. One of the booths has turned into a lot, but there's multiple houses. We have a couple of forges. So up here, the one up there is supposed to be a forge. The one here is supposed to sell forging things. Like it's supposed to feel like a village. A big house here. A house here. This was actually the first house of the series, or of my world. Here we have the mine shaft, which is also what inspired the first mountain. We have our raid farm over here, way out. That's not what we wanted to press. Hello. There we go. So we have the mountain here, which was the first mountain we built, just for, yeah, it's a pretty simple house. It didn't take too long to build. We built this section of mountain afterwards, because the island was super flat when we first started off. Not, it wasn't my first house, it was just the first house of the world. um, but after we built, after we built that house and that house, the this mountain here just seemed kind of small. So we built the big mountain here instead. And the wonderful thing about building your own mountains, of course, is that you can leave them hollow, which means I can put all my ugly redstone stuff in here, hidden away uh, from eyesight. Because I mean, it ain't pretty. Although it does feel sort of like it actually doesn't look that terrible when you're here. It's very cluttered. It was Shrimble back then. But you found this clam on the side of the beach and it got clambicated. Aha, funny. We have a little bit of everything in here. We have a cactus farm, pumpkin farm, mud farm, honey farm. We also have another one of those in the nether. Snow farm, nether wood farm, of course. Concrete converter. Bone meal farm, mushroom stem farm, cobblestone and basalt farm, another bone meal farm, a regular wood farm, and we actually have, as a matter of fact, one more bone meal farm and another bone meal farm, because we really needed to get a lot of bone meal for the skull. Hello, for the skull. Down here we have the second layer, which I eventually plan on doing something with, but we'll see when time comes. Well, this is a single player world, it's not a server, but my favorite thing, for sure right now, you can't really see it too well when we're underneath the sky, but would be the dragon here. Did I just run out of... Yeah, I ran out of fireworks. Give me a second, we'll just fly over and get some more fireworks. I left them over here, I think. I'm pretty sure we left... Yes. Alright. So my favorite thing right now is definitely the dragon. It also took 111 hours to build and get. And I mean, it was an absolute nightmare to build. I cannot emphasize enough that if you want to build something that uses glass panes to this degree I've used up here, don't. Because like jumping from glass pane to glass pane, doing this layer by layer, is an absolute pain, especially when you sort of like, just inevitably you're gonna fall down, right? No matter how good you are at parkour, and I'm definitely not very good at parkour. This will push your sanity to the absolute limit. But it is my favorite build, probably because of the pain that it costs to build. But we can just try and do something we haven't done in a long, long while. Which is, of course, this guy is hollow. And completely spawn-proof. But it feels so wild, just like flying through him. And all the way down to the tail's tip, which is down here. Ow. Could be kind of cool doing something on the inside of this dragon, but I don't know, man. Oh, ow. But I mean, I'm absolutely proud of what we managed to do with this build here. Do I have to fly out of its mouth? Is that the only way out? I actually never really checked. Ugh. So that's most of our world. The last 519 days-ish, however, we have spent on this area here. Which we... Hey, Serno Alpha, welcome. Which we have sort of spent on this area here, which is, what was it, 550 chunks or something, that we are going to take all the way down to Bedrock. Currently, first of all though, I want to change the floor on this here, all the way down there to sea lanterns, which is why we're getting as many sea lanterns as we are. So we gotta make ourselves some more sea lanterns. And they're dropping. Up and kill them. Like just most of them anyway. Get rid of the fish. Grab the crystals. Grab some more crystals. Oh, are we out of crystals? Really? It would indeed seem that way. Pretty much, anyway. Let's see how many we can actually make from this. Alright, one last kill. Ah, you're Lindy. Alright. Well, welcome on that account too. Alright, let's hurry away. Grab the newly created ones we just made. Now we do have a little bit of extra. Let's see how far we get with this amount of sea lanterns. I'm hoping we're gonna get a reasonable amount of the way here, because, I mean, if not, that's gonna definitely suck. I'm hoping we can get at least like halfway down there with a full inventory. Oh, pretty much a full inventory anyway. I'm hoping we can get that to about there. Wait, actually, let's just try and put some in to... I am hoping that we can get to here with this amount of sea lanterns. So, let's see how far off my... Well, this big cheese ball, the perimeter here, I can show you. My end goal for the world? Oh, I don't have an end goal. But I guess the goal, like, because an end goal would mean that I reach a point and then I don't know what to do, and I don't have one of those yet. But to make a full fantasy world that's connected. Tinty dupers and a lot of stuff, right? A lot of machinery. But what I plan on putting in this area where we are currently mining out, I have a design world here where I designed what we're going to be putting in before I put it in. Because right now we're living out of that small cave, right? Which we have been living out for 2,500 days. And this is our new base, which we're going to be putting in there. Which looks pretty alright. It has a lot of storage, and it has, well, automatic storage for pretty much every single block. So that I can enjoy the benefits of like having a bunch of blocks at my disposal. With that being said, that is only the start of this build, and the actual build in it of itself, we're just gonna fly through here. Give me a second. The actual build is going to be this: a massive kraken coming flying out of the water, sort of to add a little bit more immersiveness into my world. Now, instead of water down here, we're using glass panes. And I went a little bit over what I actually need with the glass panes in this world, or in here, which is why it's laggy. Like there's too many glass panes. I reckon I only really need 15 layers, maybe 20. I definitely don't need 120, so I mean, I think we can probably make do with that amount of glass there until it hits the ground about there, and just like layer some stuff underneath. Hey, Helen Irene 91, welcome, and welcome to the Twitch chat. There's also a YouTube, and we're currently just exploring some of the things that we're going to be building in my my hardcore world here. But this is what we're working towards. Pretty good so far, Helen. How about you? This is currently what we're working towards in our hardcore world, which is going to take a long while before we finish this up. But, I mean, there's only one thing to do, and that is to work, work, work. I am playing PC. Alright, let's Good sir, could you... Oh, I guess this horn's got him. Well, it's definitely up there. I'm not sure it's my favorite game, but it's definitely a game I can keep playing. I love the concept of Minecraft, and I think Mojang does a very good job with it, so it's definitely in my top 3. But I guess it sort of depends on my mood. Sometimes it's only like my second favorite game, and other days it's my favorite game of all time. And you know, it sort of just changes depending on my mood of the day. If I'm feeling especially creative, Minecraft itches that scratches that itch perfectly. If I'm feeling kind of like I want to be challenged and I want to have my reflexes checked and I want to be competitive, Minecraft is not a particularly good game for it. On the stream, I only play Minecraft though. So, I mean, I play Minecraft for about 3 hours a day. Minecraft is a really good game, for sure. And I absolutely, I do adore it. But then again, like I only really, like I have 3 games in my life that I think I could probably always play a little bit of. I could probably actually extend that to a little bit more than 3, but um, now that I think about it. But my main games are League of Legends, which is incredibly toxic, and I become very toxic. I can say that with a smile on my face and pride. I become toxic as all hell when it comes to to League of Legends. I am not nice to be around when I play League. um, I play World of Warcraft. My ego inflates incredibly when I play World of Warcraft. Like, I think I'm so much better than I actually am, and that's also very toxic. But at least I act nice. Um, all right, big cheese ball. Yeah, for sure, man. I do stream daily, Helen. Or I try to anyway. It's sort of a small hobby of mine. Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to. It's always nice to have someone new in chat. Do I give off dad vibes? Is that why? You said dad, eh? Cheeseball? No, I mean, I guess I'm in the proper age group, but I could be some of you's father, I suppose. I hope though that I would know if one of you were my kid. I do give off some dad vibes. Damn. I was just about to say something, but then I sort of instantly recognized that as something I probably shouldn't be saying out loud. No, I'm gonna do anyway. Not safe for work warning first, so if you're sensitive, turn off your headset. I'll give you a few seconds to do so. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Daddy Joe. Yeah, that's I could get used to that, I guess. And no more mentions of that from now on. I do see your chats, Helen. I just also see the chats from everyone else. Um, you're from New York. I'm from Denmark. So I mean, quite far away from New York, from the Great Apple. But I mean, we Denmark, the nose of Germany, and the absolute best country to live in. And I do appreciate the follow. Well, in that case, Helen, actually, I do have a thing where I name my YouTube subscribers and my Twitch followers as axolotls in my world. However, I have a different few colors for you to choose from. Alright, don't put the weekly line. That means it's a moan. You're not allowed to do that. Um, but Helen, I do have some axolotl colors here for you to choose from. Um, so what would you like? Pink, pale pink, yellow, brown, green, or white? Let's see. But dad vibes, eh? Well, I'm gonna take an uneducated guess and just say you want a white axolotl then, Alan. That looks to be spelled correctly. Alright. And before any of you say it, we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. But a follow is a follow. So, welcome, Helen. Hope you're gonna enjoy my, your axolotl in my world here. Let's just get rid of the buckets. No reason to have though. Ow. I always hit that ledge there. Jesus. I should probably fix that at some point. And let's go back to place down these. Welcome back, Lindy. But really, what is it about me that gives dad vibes? Excuse you. Herobrine, you gotta defend that reasoning a little bit. Am I not cool with the young people anymore? Is that it? Am I not young and fresh and wild? Am I not hip with the youth? Damn. Damn. Yeah, I'm cool, but I'm still an old man apparently. That's rough, yo. Well, I suppose I'll take all the best attributes of the dad vibe and then just say that that's like I seem old, mature, and wise. You know, that's what that's gonna be my takeaway from that. Hmm. So many sea lanterns. This is an absolute nightmare to do. Not gonna lie. Look what happens when you try to trade, Joe. Yeah. You if you press the mouse wheel when you run out of a block, at least in Java, I don't know if it works that way in Bedrock. You it will find the block you have in your inventory. So, for example, if I do this right, it will move down there. But since I have it up here, it will simply pressing the mouse wheel will simply switch to the same block in your inventory if you have one. as long as you're looking at the thing you want to switch to, and if you have any of that in your inventory, it will simply switch over to it. It's a pretty smart trick if you want to build fairly fast. Especially, like, also if you want to build the same thing, like mirrored over. Jesus. Especially like with the tunnel borers, right? When I build those, I can just run the I can just like look over at what's next, so I don't really need to pay too much attention to what's on my hotbar, because it will just switch to that, whatever that block is. Now I also do have an inventory sorting thing that helps out with this a little bit, so I don't need to press the mouse wheel, but like that's how you would otherwise do it. Essentially, it's just pressing the mouse wheel for me whenever I run out of a block. Oh, hello, good sir. You made the most OP villager ever. Did you give him armor? Because you can actually give them armor. They're not gonna look like they're wearing it, but you can actually give them the armor value of netherite gear if you were so inclined to do so. Because you can use dispenser on them, like you can use a dispenser on a player. To make them wear it. Their model won't update to the point where it looks like they're wearing armor, but I should find a zombie jockey and cure it. How about I do that at some point? Not right now. No, we ran out, and I didn't even make it to what I figured I would make it to. So that's what about half an hour of work gives me. I mean, that does look pretty awesome, but still. I need that all over the floor. I need that all the way down there, which is 150 blocks, and all the way down there, and in 150 blocks, and then to cover all of it. Ah. That sucks. There's gonna be a lot. Yeah, there are. Yeah. If I set up a region thing here, I might be able to set an auto clicker. So if I set up a beacon with region and strength and protection, so I need a triple beacon down here. We'll just kill this level of guardians coming through, and then I'll go get enough for. All right, have a good one, Herobrine, and good luck with your egg wars. All right, let's go get some beacons. I'm pretty sure I have a beacon or two in here. Yes. Nice. And then let's get some iron. Actually, let's just get a fourth beacon, because, I don't know, it's kind of gonna look weird if there's only 3 beams. Okay, so I go out here. That should be far enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2. 3. 4. Oh, no, wait, oh, well, I'll just build this up here. Not that is enough, but hey. Alright, so we want strength. We want regen. We want resistance. And I guess we want jump boost, I suppose. That's gonna make it a little bit easier to move around up there. Really, did I not get any fish? Sort of what we fill the inventory with in order to get up here. I think I should be able to go fully FK here now. Yeah, the sea lantern flooring part. 28. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. Nah, don't worry. I won't do the part bit. If that's something you worry about, I'll just call it the same. Sea lanterns. Sea lantern flooring. And then we'll deal with it after that. This, and then we can like walk forward and every now and then to grab the XP. I wonder how many. Oh, I should probably, just before I'm just gonna stop killing these for a second. So last time we looked, we were at 7,772 Guardians, and now we are at how many Guardians? 12,200, 2,714. So that means we killed about 5,000 in half an hour. This is going to turn into a bloodbath at some point. Damn. Well, I mean, if you notice, right, they're actually moaning quite a bit. I do think Kiwi has a point when he says they are enjoying it. I'm actually a little bit uncomfortable with how much they're enjoying it. Like that much moaning when you're getting stabbed to death by a sword. I want to keep that phrasing. I stand by that phrase. Well, I mean, you see it loud and clear right there. Guardian moans, Guardian flops, Guardian moans. So they like being like stashed together like sardines, and then like look in like 3 seconds. There we go. All of them moaned at once the second I poked my sword into them. Right? They all moaned when I shoved my netherite sword into their bodies. I might want to rephrase that one. I don't stand by that statement at all. Oi! Do we need an Minecraft anime slash show? No. No. I think that would be a mistake. And saying it as a mistake, I think it would inevitably end up with just I don't know. I think I guess it depends on how you execute it, because it's like I don't think you'd be able to make an anime or a animated show of Minecraft where the player or Steve does everything that he needs to, right? Or everything that we do or I do in this specific, right? You'd make a show of a Steve that is adventuring and sort of probably getting to know the different villages and all that sort of stuff. You would probably have to sort of use almost the same model as the last Avatar, Atla. Because otherwise, hey, Tim. Wait, hold on, give me a second. I'm just gonna try not to butcher this. Tim Sila is epic. Alright, it's just Tim Sila. Okay, fine. I was just figuring out whether or not there was a natural break in that. There's a link to my Discord channel in my the description, I'm pretty sure, of this live stream. So if you want to, there's that's always available for you. But how about I show you the world a little bit? I've grown tired of murdering these guys anyway. At least I could use a small break, you know. You want to discuss something after stream? Well, you're more than welcome to DM me. Of course, you're more than welcome to. But if it's in regards to making banners and stuff like that, I'm probably not super interested. I can do that myself just fine, but I mean, we can certainly discuss whatever it is you want to discuss. But yeah, so this is my hardcore world. We're 2,521 days in. This is where we spent the majority of our time. In this village, slowly updating it into something a little bit more fantasy involved. Like we made all the mountains, the skull. Most of the terrain has been edited. All the small houses, of course, we built. We made a small custom island out here with a custom mountain on top that leads into sort of a forest, custom forest, of course, again. Sort of a wizard tower that leads up. And on the inside of the forest, we actually have sort of this ancient temple in here in the middle where magic is supposed to be flowing upwards. Hitting this crystal where the magic or the mana or whatever you call it then spirals out of control, and that's what's keeping this island afloat. I am using complementary shaders, but let me just show you. It's likely easier to go about it this way. I use complementary shaders, but Give me search. I use an additional mod that's called Euphoria Patches that adds in a few extra things into your shader pack. For example, the glow from all the water here. It's pretty extreme when you're this far up, but like when you're flying down here over it, it's sort of just supposed to resemble this like side glow from the clear skies. Though it does seem particularly intense right now. Indeed, Kiwi. Um, Giving it all of it sort of this ethereal glow, which which I personally really like. Um, but at the very top, around the island, we made this huge dragon, which, boy, that really challenged my building skills far beyond what I had usually done. Because I usually don't work with organic shapes. Which, like, I pretty much just started working on organic shapes in this world with the skull down there, which the skull was the biggest organic shape I've ever made when I made it. Which I'm really happy with how it turned out, and now I've sort of jumped into the deep end and started making organic shapes sort of as a defining factor for my world, having like all these shapes that resemble at least something that could be considered organic. Over here we have what we spent the last about 500 days doing, which is trying to empty out this area for water, which we have largely done. Like, there's still a lot of water left inside of this here, but it's underneath the ocean, so of course. And I want to like push it all the way down to bedrock level, which is down here. But in order to do that, we need a world eater. And I kind of want to cover the floor here in sea lanterns to really drive home that epic feeling of like the floor down here. First of all, also making it spawn proof. Now it should be, since we have the bedrock here. Things can't spawn on bedrock, but still. I want to have the floor completely light down here. So yeah, that's sort of what we're up to right now, and that's just getting the massive amount of sea lanterns that we need. If my math is correct, and I know it's not quite correct because I counted on like me needing the full. Well, we're grinding to fill up the floor. I have a free camera mod. My body is still up here. So like I can still very much die when I use the free camera. It's not like spectator. And I usually use it to, for example, showcase things like this where I can like move away or at least look at that while the guardians come out. So what we're currently grinding for is what's gonna end up like, and I think my math is almost alright, almost spot on, but like I counted on there being no bedrock here. And if there's no bedrock there, I need 35 double chests full of sea lanterns in order to fill the entire floor. So we have that sort of going for us that I need to deal with. So right now but for now I'm just going to try to fill up the first line here, because I think like fill up the line here, then we're gonna make a bunch of tunnel borers and make the tunnel, which we have like I've done that. That goes all the way to the end. I need to remove all of this too. So we're going to be putting a bunch of tunnel borers on top of this, and then they're going to be moving forward, which is going to destroy some of these sea lanterns. So I can show you as Magenta, or what he's usually he's named Kiwi, but he changed his name to Magenta Stained Glass Pane because I have PTS after work, or no, I have a bad taste in my mouth after using that many glass paints for the dragon build. But in here, in this world here, we have what we're going to be building in what we're sort of trying to remove all the water and all the area for, which is going to be this, which is our new base, or going to be our new base. You see a bunch of chests, all sort of done with automatic storage. So you see there's chests underneath here. That's going to leads down through those pillars and then up into the back here. Can I access that somehow? Yes, here we go. And leads back here, which is a pain to go through, but there we go. So that leads up here, which leads into these bubble columns here, where the items will be sent up all the way. So that's sort of the new storage system that we're going to be using, and it's also quite a lot of big. Our base is really moving up. However, as I said, my focus on this world is making these organic shapes. So you see these things. I hope they sort of look like hearts, but I'm not quite sure they do. But I think they look kind of alright as for hearts, because we're actually in the inside of a major build. Now, this is going to be laggy, and that's because I went a little bit overkill on the glass panes here. We're not going to need all of these. We're only going to need like a quarter of them. But, oh, lag. We are going for a major build, a Kraken, which we can have our base inside of, so we fly in through the mouth of it. Using all the glass as sort of a replacing all the water with glass. First of all, because we also want a guardian farm inside of the base, but second of all, because I need this to look like it is sort of tumultuous water, by the arms sort of breaking out, attacking the ships that are in the area. So, I mean, we're still far, far out from that, but we're working our way there little by little. Nice. And so, we need to be AFK here for a while in order to get the amount of sea lanterns required for the build underneath there. At least the first row, and then afterwards we can create the monster of a guardian farm. This is not even half as effective as it should be, or as the one we're going to be making. So I'm hoping once we get ours up and running, which we can't yet because it would be in the way of the World Eater, but that should ensure a much greater yield. And therefore we can go through this a lot quicker. Hey, Zozo, welcome. How are you today? We are just chilling here, sort of working our way through some of the massive amounts of stuff that we need for this build. Well, considering how badly they wanted to murder me when I was... Actually, I kind of take that back because I did murder, or rather I did destroy their home. So I suppose it's fair that they don't want me around. Okay. But still, they tried to murder me first. I didn't... Yeah, I guess they do. I guess they do. Huh. But they killed dolphins, and that's not alright. I like dolphins. What are you on about? Dolphins are nice. They give you a buff, they bring you your items if you drop them, they're playful, they're cute. I mean, if they weren't so inept at surviving, I would absolutely try and put one... Well, I wouldn't put one with my axolotls, because my axolotls are little hooligans and would definitely just kill it, but... Nah, dude. Nah. You gotta give them more credit. Ocean creatures are amazing. Oh yeah, I didn't really think that through, did I? Huh. I did just call all of you hooligans, didn't I? Huh. Well, I suppose it's true to some degree. Hmm. No, no, not a hooligans. A hooligan. A hooligan is it's usually a term used in regards to mm, soccer fans who go to a club, or rather go to a bar after a game and look for a fight. What I wonder what the official definition of a hooligan is. Definition of a hooligan. A violent young troublemaker, typically one of a gang. Alright, I guess. A hooligan is a rowdy person who causes troubles for others. Hooligans are similar to bullies and thugs. This is a slightly old-fashioned word for a troublemaker, especially a violent troublemaker. People who start a fight during sports events are acting like hooligans. Yeah. I guess that's the, all of you all are hooligans. Maybe I should coin that more. Would you look at that though? It's a peaceful day for murder, isn't it? That's a wild sentence, but it sure do be a peaceful day for murder. Mass murder, that is. Murder. I wonder how many I actually kill every time I swing my sword. Well, I guess we can sort of figure that one out, because can I brute force this math without using a calculator, I wonder. So if we had around 12,712, and we say minus 7,772, that means we killed 4,940 guardians. So if we divide that by 30, hey, thank you for the follow and welcome. I'm just gonna try and make sure I don't butcher your name here. Would it be Taylor Opt? Or I'm not sure. But welcome, man. I usually do solo play mostly. Just because like my Minecraft world is a solo single player world. But I do have a server and which I play on every now and then. And if you're interested, when it comes up again, I can ping you and then we might be able to play a little bit together. The birds are singing? That's weird. I can't hear anything but guardians moaning. I can pretty much just hear the anguished cries of guardians as I slaughter them by the thousand. Alright, so have a wonderful day, yeah? We're almost to level 230 though. I wonder how much we're Yeah, I know. I'm killing guardians in unprecedented rates right now, and it's really not okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm making a great tragedy starting with H look like a joke. Of course, I mean that ironically or sarcastically. There's no comparison yet. I still need to kill about a couple of million of them before I can start comparing. And it is just a game, so of course it's meant as a joke, if in case anyone could get offended. But I've sitting here and doing sort of the a great genocidal tragedy, starting with H, as in hotel. Um, but I've just done a little bit of math in my head here. Not sure whether or not this math checks out, but let's go over it together. So after that half an hour, oh sorry, before the half an hour, we had killed 7,772. Then afterwards, we had killed 12,712 or something like that. If we take those numbers and minus them from each other, we get around 4,940. I then divide that by the 30, so we know how many I killed a minute, which was 164-ish. And they come down every 15 seconds. And there's 4 15 seconds in 1 minute. That means I say 4 or 664 divided by 4, which comes out to 41 guardians killed a minute, or killed every 15 seconds. So now if I pull out my phone and Google what's the drop rate of prismarine crystals Minecraft. Yeah. Mob loot. Okay, Guardians and Elder Guardians have a 40% chance 40% chance and 1/3 chance respectively of dropping prismarine upon death. The maximum of drop count is increased by 1 per level of looting. So I could potentially get free prismarine from each of these. So out of 10, I get, if I kill 10 ish guardians, I get 9 prismarine crystals. In order to make a prism sea lantern, I need 5 crystals. I kill 40 at a time. That means every 15 seconds I make what? 9. My brain is dying out. What the hell's going on? 9 times 4 is fucking 38. There we go. So that means every 15 seconds I get 38 prismarine sea lanterns. And I need a lot. 120,000 ish. Wait, so that means if I get hold on, 5 times 9. Hold on, no, 4 times 9. Excuse you. 4 times 9. 56, 36. Okay, so that's times 4. So that means I get 144 divided by 5. So I get 28 lanterns, sea lanterns a minute. I can then say 28 times 60. So 168. Huh? No, something's not adding up here. There's no way I'll only get 2 stacks an hour. So I get 28 lanterns a minute. No, fuck it, math is hard. Alright, have a good one, Kiwi. I will quickly go to the toilet. I'll be back in about, shall we say 7 minutes, 10 minutes-ish. So, I'll see you guys. I'll also get some snacks and stuff. Back in 10 minutes-ish. Alright, I have returned. Well, I mean... Oh, that was 3 levels right there. That's pretty good. Well, it's likely not too bad, but Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fish. We seem to have gathered up a little bit of fish here. Let's just start the process of dropping the fish out. There you go. Oh. Dropping the sea lanterns. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, let's keep them down here. Oh. And a bunch of these. Now we go up to murder these guys, so we don't get an infinite build-up in here throughout any fish that we may just have picked up. Fill up on that. I wish the recipe was reverse. Like that we actually had, I was only 4 crystals to each a thing, you know. That was not very eloquently described, but I hope you know what I mean. That's a pretty decent amount. Oh, I suppose we didn't check this chest here. Oh, well. So I suppose that's the amount we got from this amount of time. And so we just continue the infinite cycle of violence that we have perpetuated. That seems like a good way to continue. Not gonna lie, this is pretty mind-numbing. I have fished for days though. Jesus. This is unreal how much I need. Seems like I have to deal with these guys first. Oh. Right, come on, man. There are two up there. Did I choose speed over? Oh yeah, I definitely chose speed. I should have chosen jump boost. Come on, the last one. We need you to come down here, please. Thank you. And now we head back into safety. Alright, I am done with this for today. Ain't no more. Ain't no... Really? The second I poke my head out? Oh, let's start from this side. Really? I'm just trying to enjoy my day here, fellas. Could you, like, not? Just trying to chill and sort of do my thing, and instead they get in the way. Like, why is that? That seems unnecessarily, Like, how would you like it if I just flew over your heads and started bonking you, huh? Hmm. At least they're not bonking me off, I suppose. Still a little bit annoying, though. Cannot lie. Alright. Oh. Okay, grab that chest, and let's go. That was the wrong one. Of course it was. Hmm. There we go. That's better. Whee. Pretty wild, all this. Let's put that on so nothing can hurt us. Oh my, poor you. And so we continue our flooring adventure here. At least you weren't a creeper, I suppose. Do 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 do. I mean, as far as getting blocks today, we've gotten quite a few, but as far as overall progress, we haven't gotten that far. But at least I got to the end goal today. We'll just continue placing down the remaining amount of sea lanterns for this. And wow, we're at the perfect amount of space in our inventory. That's nice. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Pretty darn bright down here now, but I mean, I guess that is kind of the purpose for it, so. Really? I sort of really love the randomness that this brings to it. Like the bedrock that sticks up. Like, it just breaks the surface enough to the point where this actually looks more or less like it's been cracked from like long use. Or at least I think so. You might disagree, but I always kind of liked the idea of doing this, but it sure is a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. Damn, that gave me a scare actually. There's 100% gonna come a few more now that we hit one. Yeah, see, there they come. Oh, it's only one. If nothing else, that pleases me. Another one. Now, the two of you can enjoy life over there. Busy building. Oh. Hello. We don't really care for those. It seems like we made it halfway there just today. I think this is the halfway point-ish. Might actually be a little bit fast. Oh no, waste. Oh. It is a difficult block to get a lot of this, but hey, if it works. If it looks nice, we'll get it. As simple as that. That should take care of all that lava. Oh. Now this is a little bit more of a challenge, but pretty sure I can do it. Perfect. That should close off that. Nope, not quite. Now this is kind of difficult to see where we are in this, but it might just be perfect. And so we can continue this without having to risk running into lava. We might, not sure, but we might try and blend in some white blocks into this floor here and there to make it seem a little bit more cracked. But that's going to be way in the future. The reason why I'm making this floor is because this area is also like the perimeter. I'm making that for the for the purpose of fitting the Kraken and blending it into the environment. However, that does not mean that I'm not going to utilize the extra space which I'm making with this. And I plan on having a bunch of redstone builds underneath the ocean's surface nearby this build here. For multiple reasons, but mainly the fact that we do have the perimeter here, and we have added efficiency on any mob farm we might make here. So like I might throw in a gunpowder farm and stuff like that down here. But I'm not sure. Because it would have to be a gunpowder farm I can turn on and off. So it won't affect the rates of the Guardian farm. Once we used all the sea lanterns, I think that's going to be a suitable time to end stream for today. I reckon it will be good enough. I mean, the it's not like we achieved a whole bunch, but we have made some very solid progress in regards to this. We really mined this out quite a bit. Tomorrow I think we will continue this because I want to have this strip finished up before I continue with the tunneling. But after that we will tunnel our way through on this, and then we can actually get into the World Eater, which is going to be one of the... I'm sort of afraid because like the size of this thing is like I think I'm gonna have to modify the World Eater to fit the size of this hole. And if that doesn't work, we'll have to go about it in a different way. But I'm hoping that the World Eater design is going to be easily modifiable. And that is it. That is how much we had. It does look pretty wild when you're like looking on it from above here. It would look even better if I was willing to remove the top layer here of Bedrock and then move it down one, because then we would have even more cracks. But as I said, I think I can achieve that by adding in some white blocks, maybe some white concrete, quartz, mushroom stems to the floor so we're having it crackle out a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna be all over, all the way down. Now, we're only gonna be doing this, and then we're gonna be bombing that away. And that's really it, but we've completed what? A solid 75, maybe 80% of the sea lantern floor. So we really only need a little bit more. Maybe an hour of FK killing, and then we're gonna be done with that last bit there. We'll fly back to the farm so I know immediately what we left off with when we log back in tomorrow. Nah, we'll actually jump over here and look down on it, on the progress. I think that's a little bit more satisfying. Alright, that looks so good. Well, thank you so much for watching. I had a brilliant time. I hope to see you guys back again tomorrow. Also, a quick notice. I'm not going to be streaming an awful lot next week. I have a lot of things going on then, but I'll let you guys know more when I know more. Until then, cheerio, and Joe